This one you start off with a 5 chain, like that, a little straight chain of 5, and then we're going to put the hook into the first chain and do a little slip stitch. So just pull the yarn through and then through the one on the hook. There we are. Now we've got a little circle. It's quite small, so it's difficult to see, but it's a circle. There it is. Now let's get that end out of the way. You start off by doing 3 chain and then trebles. So 1, 2, 3, and there's our little circle. So I'm going to yarn over through the middle of the circle, 2 and 2. Oh, dropped it. There it is. That's a good thing about crochet, that when you drop a stitch, there's only one stitch to drop. It's not like in knitting, where if you drop a stitch, it takes you half an hour to get back to where you were. So there we are. That's the first bit. So that's step 2 that's in the magazine. And except for some reason my thing's on the other side. I don't know why. There you are. So here we are. I've done 3 sides of the first round. And the pattern this time is slightly different to the pink square that we did last week. So you do 3 trebles and then just 2 chain. So, and then another 3 trebles here. So last time we did 3 chains at the corner, which made a much bigger corner. Now somebody last week said they couldn't see what I was doing because I went off the side of the screen, so I'm trying to keep the work up close so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this has got slightly smaller corners than the one that we had last week, so it's subtly different. So we get to the end of here and then we do 1 chain and 1 double crochet into the top of the first 3 chain that we did. So there we are, 2 on the hook and pull through. So that's the end of the first round. So for the second round we have to do 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, which is the standing chain for a treble, and then it says 2 treble in the corner loop. So that's our corner loop. So we do those 2 trebles into there. 1, 2. And then 3 treble, 2 chain, 3 treble in the next corner loop. Right, well I had to think about that one. So the next step, which is in the 6th picture in the magazine, is it says in the pattern, and I will read it to you, it says 3 treble, 2 chain, 3 treble in the next corner loop. Now I thought, well, the next corner loop was miles away, so I didn't think it would work, but it does. So I'm going to unravel what I've just done and show it to you again. So there I've done 3 chain, 2 trebles, so that's almost like 3 trebles. Well, it is like 3 trebles. And then it says 3 trebles in the next corner space. So there it is. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 chain and another 3 treble, and it sort of takes you round the corner. Isn't that clever? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to keep going all the way round and I'll see you at the next corner. Okay, so I've got all the way round the second row, and then it says 1 chain and 1 DC into the top of there. So pull it through and then through both stitches. Now, whilst I was thinking about this pattern, I redid what we did last week. So this is the first granny square that we did, and you can see how this one is just a little bit different. Let's take that out for a minute. Can you see? Oh look, there's, put it at the same way around. There. Now this one had 3 chains at the corner and 3 across, and then a whole solid row of trebles, whereas this one had a smaller corner and then a break in the middle of the sides, because we're only going into the spaces, we're not going into the trebles, so you get that nice pattern. Clever, isn't it? Just slightly different. So here we are on the 3rd round, and you can see you do your corner and then you do 3 trebles into that space in the middle of the row, 3 trebles into the space at the corner, and then you do your 2 chain, 1, 2, to go around the corner, and then 3 trebles into here, and then you just keep going all the way around. That's 3 treble, and now I'm going to 3 treble into that bit there, which is the middle of the row. 1, 2, 3. So keep going, and I'll see you. So here we are, and I've done the end of the 5th round, and you can see there are 3 trebles in each of those spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times there. Now I've got to this last corner, and it says 1 chain, and I've done 1 chain, and then 1 DC into that top stitch there, 1 DC, and then I can fasten off. Ta-da! Square number 9 finished, and I've got my number. Have you forgotten about your numbers? You've got to keep putting numbers on, otherwise you will forget which square is which.